Alright, we're going to do Fafnir at level 56. Now I'm going to show you my party, and before I do, that if you do want to skip ahead, I'm going to give you a timestamp in the description below if you want to skip ahead to the gameplay. Go right ahead. Now, this is a party that I'm not going to take credit for this party. I got this off the internet. I was Googling what classes to do because my very first party I put together, and by the time I put it together based on what I thought was best, and by the time I got to the Pharaohs, I realized I might be able to beat the game with it, but I certainly wasn't going to get to the last hunt with it. So I decided to Google what classes made sense to put together, and this is what I came up with. So I will show you Vaughn. The Foebreaker. The internet nicknamed him the Damage Machine. Foebreaker, Shikari. Theater Bushi. Bushi Shikari is meant to be useful for one particular hunt late in the game that I haven't gone to yet. Fran, Red Battlemage. And Black Mage, she is the ultimate mage in Final Fantasy XII, and I'm very happy about that. Bosch, Bushi. Monk. Ash, Bushi. Knight. She is basically the, whereas Vaughn is the World of Warcraft equivalent of a warrior, she is the World of Warcraft equivalent of a paladin. That's what I consider her. Renewal, Time Battlemage. And White Mage. She is the ultimate healer in Final Fantasy XII, and I'm very happy about that. All my heals and all my buffs in one single place. Yeah. Show you the equipment I'm using. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now for Fafnir, you have to do two things very carefully. He has two major attacks. He has a massive physical attack, and he has an AoE frost attack. So to counter those, you give the tank Ice Shield and Torment Ring. Both take away half ice damage. So combined, I hope they take away all ice damage. I honestly don't know, but they're safe and sorry. Because Fran is half Red Battle Mage, you give her the Ice Shield, and you also give her the Olamaya's Tiara that takes away the other half of frost damage. And she also has the Tiara, so that's half damage for her. Why don't I give her Torment Ring? Simple reason. Because the three magics, the three statuses that Fafnir spams, actually there's more like 4. He does poison, he does stop, he does silence, and he does sleep. So you have to pick your poison as to which one you're going to make your character immune to. And what I've discovered is the easiest way is to make each of your 3 characters immune to one particular status is really going to hurt them. Because the tank is going to be taking all the damage and needs to be healed the most, you make him immune to poison and sap. And it also gives him half damage to frost, so that's nice. The mage, actually I go to the healer. He's going to cast silence. You want the healer to be immune to silence always. You need the healer healing, period. And that leaves stop. You either have to do stop or sleep. I like stop. I like to make the mage immune to stop, mainly because both she will be immune to stop, and Vaughn will be if she's immune. Vaughn can be hit with stop, which immediately takes aggro off of him. By making her immune to stop, she can also get Vaughn out of stop. Sleep, kind of irrelevant because if he was doing constant magic attacks, sleep would be bad, but he does a really big physical attack, so that's going to take you out of sleep anyway. So that sleep isn't a major issue there. Gambits. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, for the healer and tank combo, you keep decoy on Vaughn, and that keeps all aggro on the tank at all times, and that's how you do the tank mage healer combo. And the mage, as you can see here, the mage's job is to sense a magic weakness in the hunt. And if there's a magic weakness in the hunt, she will start casting that magic damage. And that's good, because if the hunt has a magic weakness, he is going to go down so much faster than if you're hitting him with nothing but physical attacks. If you're hitting him with physical attacks, it's going to be a damage sponge. You find a magic weakness, then it's going to do much more than the physical attack, and then the entire battle becomes about keeping the mage alive. And it might be easier to just do physical attacks longer and just whittle the. I don't like battles that are death by 1,000 cuts. I hate those kinds of battles. So if I can get them down faster by keeping the mage alive, so be it. And if he doesn't have a magic weakness, then she'll go straight to Toxify to try to see if I can at least poison him before I take her out. If he doesn't have a magic weakness, I can try Scathe and see how much damage I'll do to him, just to see if it's worth it to keep the mage out there. But more often than not, I'm only going to keep her out there if he has a magic weakness. Now, let's go get the hunt. Normally I would already have the hunt, and I would just go right there. In this case though, after I get the hunt, I'll explain to you why I've done it. Now, in case you noticed, she said that Fafnir comes in a blizzard. From what the internet said, I'll explain to you in a bit. What the internet says, if the blizzard isn't there, you have to go back and talk to her again until it is. Hey, the blizzard's here. Now, it was the Fafnir hunt that finally convinced me to never try to figure out these hunts on my own ever again. After Fafnir, I just Google them because I'm done trying to figure them out, because Fafnir was designed basically so because they figured you were going to Google them anyway. Because I will show you the map. Okay. He's going to be in Silverflow's End on the left side. Now you might think, well, the blizzard's out, of course he's going to be there. Well, not necessarily. I spent an hour, maybe even 2 hours, trying to find Fafnir over in Silverflow's End during the blizzard. As it turns out, what she doesn't say is that even if there is a blizzard, and even if you're at Silverflow's End on the correct side, the only way he's going to appear is if you take the shortest route to him. There's actually 2 different routes that you can take to Silverflow's End from the glacier. You see those 2 that you could either enter the glacier from the top right or from the top left. If you enter the glacier from the top right and get to Silverflow's End, Fafnir will not appear. You have to enter it from Icebound Flow. Nothing that she says would even suggest that, and I never did it myself. It was only after I kept on. I didn't see any reason not to go. I was actually going directly just down here, but as it turns out, this is considered the shortest route to get to him, and I didn't consider it that way, but the game does. You have to take specifically this route to get him to appear, otherwise he won't. And I was like, nothing that she said even suggested you have to take that particular route to get him to appear. But if you don't take that route, he won't appear. And I'm like, well, then the hell with it. That means that the hunts were specifically designed for you to Google them. Because I even actually went to Silverflow's End on the right side of it just to see if that's. I knew that it made no sense for him to appear there. I was like, what else can I do? He's not appearing, and I'm in the blizzard. Oh, by the way, Paramina Rift actually has 2 different kinds of blizzards. It actually has a soft blizzard, which appears by itself anyway, and then the really big blizzard that appears because Fafnir is there. And it's like if you try to go find him in the small blizzard, he won't be there either. And it's in the eye of the beholder whether you're actually in a big blizzard or not. Considering that there's actually 2 different blizzards and he might not be in the other one, I was like, the hell with it. There he is. Now, as for my team, like I said, I have a timestamp below so you can hit that to go straight to the gameplay. My dream team is the warrior, the mage, and the healer. That's my dream team that I try to use on every hunt. I'll set the gamut to get the tank going. Oh yeah, and an explanation of this. Normally I try not to use bubble. Why do I do Fafnir at 56? The internet recommends 65 plus. Well, at 56, all the licenses that I could have gotten for the characters that was useful, I've already gotten. So the only thing that you're going to get at 65 is health, mainly, and a more likely chance that the boss isn't going to hit you with stuff. my rule in Final Fantasy XII is always to try to fight bosses as early as I can for the challenge. Not so early that I have to throw every item that I have in my inventory to beat them, but early enough so that it presents a challenge for me on what I have. And so why Fafnir 56? Because he's rank 7 and Gilgamesh is rank 7. And generally I try to use the surrounding enemies to the boss to tell me what level is appropriate for a boss. Gilgamesh, I reached at 56. That's when I felt comfortable beating the enemies in that level, and that's the level that I beat Gilgamesh at. And Fafnir is in the Paramina Rift. There are no enemies at 56 in the Paramina Rift, so I have to go by rank. He's rank 7, Gilgamesh is rank 7. So the only thing that I'm waiting for at 65 is just more health. But I have a healer that can bubble the tank and double his health. And so as long as I can double the tank's health and keep all aggro on the tank, I can do this at 56. And I almost gave up at 56. I almost did, until I realized I can just bubble the tank and double his health, and that convinced me to do it one more time, and I beat Fafnir that one more time. So now, the mage is going to go sense a magic weakness. Oh yeah, another word on this. Don't worry, the timestamp gets you past this. Now, I have this spell on both the mage and the healer, and the reason why I do that... Actually, I don't have this on. Good. I almost forgot. The reason why I do that is because the healer is going to dispel anything, of course, but she might not dispel it before the mage does, and I do not want any of these coming back at me. So I have the mage and the healer do it. Mage dispels reflect. And now we wait. Ah, Thundaga, he has a magic weakness. Now I'm going to have her cast Toxify just to see if it can be done. Hey, it says miss, but it doesn't say immune. I'm gonna have her cast it. It says immune, there we go. Okay, well, never mind. Actually, the other one that I can do... Let's see the bio. The bio is sap instead of poison. There we go. Make sure that she set the Thondaga. And now we got it going. If you're wondering about blind, I have the healer set to blind bolt. But she only does that if she doesn't have anything else to do. Right now I'm about to lose my mage. Because for some reason, I haven't quite figured this out yet. It's something I'd probably have to Google. But I think that any time that Vaughn gets a bad status on him, it takes away decoy. See, Vaughn does the most damage of any of my characters, and yet he's not even reaching 5,000, whereas the main is he's hitting for more than 10,000 each time. So if I'm not doing his magic weakness, then he's going to be nothing more than a damage sponge against physical attacks. Why do I have to bubble him again? Yeah. Because unfortunately, because sometimes gambits don't work fast enough, and you have to override them. Now, because he does a frost AoE and his physical damage is very much an AoE, I try to keep him directed from the other characters as much as possible. That gets really annoying. Yeah. Yeah, everyone's back up. Ha. Yeah. For some reason, bubble keeps coming off of it. Wow. It's mainly because he's dead. Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! And for some reason, when he casts Stop on Vaughn, it counts. It actually takes away Vaughn's aggro. For some reason, the game actually counts it as a death. See, no sooner did he get that stop than the decoy. Yeah. Oh yeah, and for the hell of it, since I have nothing else to do, I'm going to lower his magic resistance. Believe it or not, this really doesn't do make that much of a difference, but every little bit helps. I missed. There. Apparently it does not take this many tries. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna set this as a gambit. Because this is really stupid. Anyway, it does not take this many tries to do it. Yeah. Now the good thing is that at least he's actually. Oh, now he's off the top. Damn. Yay! For the upteenth time. sure anything about bubbles, it never gives you the status. You have to keep on checking it to make sure the bubble's on.
Yeah.
I honestly couldn't care less if he was asleep, but the damage to the Mage and he's on him, so who cares? Can shoot. Yes. Just before he died. Now see, this is the way a boss battle should be. The boss is aggro to the tank, and the Mage is doing a ton of damage. The healer is keeping the tank alive. That's how it should be. And then at some point you have to worry that every hunt in Final Fantasy XII is going to, you get their health down low enough and they're going to start berserking, and then no amount of bubble is going to keep the tank alive when they berserk. And so you have to keep your quickenings, you have to have as many party members up as you can, and your quickening, and all your quickenings available for that.
Yeah.
When they berserk, not the only thing that's going to finish them off, the only thing that's going to finish them off without them berserking you to death is the quickenings. You need to try to have all three of your quickenings and have all three of your party members up, because you can only chain quickenings off the party members that are alive. Fafnir, it's really hard to figure out when to do the quickening because he has so much health. Last time I beat him, this is not my only recording of Fafnir. I've made many errors trying to record the Fafnir battle. And the last time I did it, when I did the quickening, I did it at a point where he had so little health left. I thought for sure I thought even 5 quickenings would kill him, and they didn't. Now we lost Bubble. I don't think he's on Berserk yet. He's just killing him real easily. Come on. Get off of me. Please tell me Fran doesn't have to die for this to happen. Get leader off of the Mage. Oh man, now it's gonna happen. He still doesn't have decoy yet. I need to put decoy back on. What do I do with my other 3? I consider my other 3 to be utility characters. I use them when I need them. I mainly use them when all 3 of these guys are dead. Why do I wait till all 3 of them are dead? For one simple reason. Because I know what each of the characters are capable of together, and anytime you replace a party member, if you take one of these three and replace them with any one of the utility characters, it throws off what their skills and talents are, and I know what they're capable of. What they're capable of with replaced by one other person. I don't know what they're capable of. So I'd rather keep them all together completely. So I only bring the other three out if these three die completely. And because the other party basically are damage sponges, they can take way more hits than this party. I can actually use them to heal the other to revive the other party if I need to. If it gets to that, you'll see what I mean. Fran is out of range, so... Oh, gosh. We may get to that at this point. Get over here, you idiot. Yes, I stole the line from Scorpion in Mortal Kombat because I love it. As soon as you get him up, then you get stopped. How about that? I guess you're wondering why don't I just set Chronos here to Gambit? Because all the other friends, well, actually, since she only has. Generally, I never think about taking this away, but he only has one magic weakness, so I might as well. I do not like messing with the Mage's gambits. Mainly because if I'm in the game itself and I mess with their gambits, half the time I'll forget to put them back right together. But I'm doing this for YouTube, so might as well. Come on, get off the Mage. Get over here. Thank you. And I try to keep him positioning the dragon away from the other two because of his frost daily. Because from what I've seen, his physical attack actually can hit more than poison, so you're just better off keeping him this way as much as you can. Oh, you lost Bubble. Now Bubble is dead. Well, he's dead anyway now. Okay, now... The other gambits are standing in the way of her killing him with Stomp.
Yeah.
He does not have decoy. Yeah, that's why do I even bother to set decoy as a gambit, considering I have to do manually override so much? Because wait, does he have? I got bubble first. The reason why I set it as a gambit is because anything that's set as a gambit will happen so much faster than anything not set as a gambit. So when she can do it herself automatically, it goes so much faster than if I have to manually input it. First, I gotta get bubble on him again. Someday I will give bubble on bomb. Someday. There. And of course he is stopped immediately. Oh my gosh. That's right, go back to bomb. Yeah. Haha! Now they're both on me, little bastard. See? He's got lure and bubble. Now it's going the way it should, I guess. Now, he's low enough. Do I hit him with it? Vaughn's about to die anyway. We'll wait till Vaughn dies. Ah, there we go. Let's see if this will work. I honestly doubt it, but let's try.
You're going down.
The quickenings, and it almost doesn't even make sense to do quickenings unless you can get at least 10 hits.
Going down.
Yeah, hopefully it won't happen. Plus, there's always a danger that you're gonna hit a final damaging spell that actually heals them. Look, 30,000 and that's still there. See why I'm always so hesitant to do it. Obtain a ring of light, a ring of the light. And what that is, Ring of the Light, a ring worn by followers of the Light of Kiltia. The crest of Wyrm the Father is etched in its band. So there you have it. Fafnir at level 56. The tank, the healer, the mage. If you don't want a spoiler, you can go ahead and stop now. For anyone who's actually interested, I'll go show you what the era says about the Ring of Light. Where am I going now? You know what? To save myself an embarrassment, I'll give you a timestamp just to skip ahead to that. Normally I wouldn't bother to do this, but Fafnir is such a rarity that I don't want you to have to go find her video just to see what she says. Because this is actually one of the better ending cinematics to a hunt that's in the game. Very rarely do hunts even have cinematics. And there you have it, Fafnir. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.